She has driven the same car for 56 years. It's easy to imagine how much she loves this car. In December 1966, 22-year-old Catherine Brooks bought this red Volkswagen Beetle in Riverside, California. She even gave it a cute name, Annie. To this day, Annie has accompanied Catherine on over 400,000 miles of journeys, which is equivalent to circling the Earth 16 times. What's even more enviable is that at nearly 80 years old, Catherine still drives Annie to work every day. When Volkswagen learned about the story of Catherine and Annie, the company quickly reached out to her. They were curious why, despite being wealthy, she had never replaced the car with a new one. Catherine replied, "She is my family, my friend. She's just like me now, getting a little old but not too old to move. Most importantly, she has never left me stranded by the roadside." Catherine even asked the staff, "If someone close to you gets old, would you just give up on them?" The staff were moved by her words and offered to refurbish the 56-year-old Beetle for free. Catherine was brought to tears, as she had always wanted to restore the car but could never find anyone willing to help. Before Annie was taken to the workshop, Catherine was extremely reluctant to part with her. Once in the workshop, the first task was to disassemble the chassis, strip the interior, and carefully inspect each part to create a detailed restoration plan. The first generation of the Beetle and the Porsche 911 were both designed by Ferdinand Porsche. The inspiration for his first Porsche 356 came from the Beetle. In other words, the Beetle is like the father of Porsche. Upon disassembly, it was found that most of the parts had corroded and rusted severely. These areas needed to be cut out and welded back together, followed by anti-rust treatment. The body color was carefully restored to its original factory shade and repainted. You might notice that the paint isn't as glossy as today's cars. That's intentional because it strictly follows the specifications from 56 years ago. Catherine didn't want a shiny new car. She wanted Annie to look just as she remembered her. The thoughtful staff also considered that Annie would continue to accompany Catherine for many years to come. Therefore, they replaced the entire powertrain, essentially giving her a new heart. At this point, nearly half of Annie's parts had been replaced or repaired, with 365 parts restored. As the final assembly and tuning were completed, this 56-year-old vintage Beetle was ready to go home. Catherine, filled with excitement, had arrived early to wait. When she turned around and saw Annie, just as she had first seen her 56 years ago.
Oh my God! Oh, she's beautiful!
It felt like she had returned to being that 22-year-old girl once again. At that moment, it felt like time had reversed for her. Finally, may all those who love be treated with the same tenderness and care.
I can't believe it.